What if everything you thought you knew about the OJ Simpson case was a carefully crafted lie? This case has been dissected and discussed in countless documentaries, books, and television specials. The popular narrative paints OJ Simpson as the key suspect in the brutal murders of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend Ron Goldman. But what if there's more to this story than meets the eye? Let's take a step back and look at the situation from a different perspective. Imagine a scenario where OJ Simpson was not the orchestrator of this crime, but rather the victim of an elaborate setup. Sounds far-fetched, right? But don't dismiss this idea just yet. In his book, James Cannon presents a compelling argument suggesting just that. He paints a picture of a plot so intricate, so cunning, it would seem more at home in a murder mystery novel than in reality. But as the old saying goes, sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. Within the pages of his book, Cannon introduces us to the butler, Caitlin, a man who lived in OJ's house free of charge for 6 months. A man who was given a key to the residence, someone trusted enough to be allowed such access. And it was this very man, Cannon suggests, who was part of a sinister plot that would ultimately frame OJ Simpson. This alternative theory doesn't just stop at the butler though. It goes deeper, delving into the world of Hollywood murder mystery movies. A known serial killer, and a plot that seems too elaborate to be true. But could it be? It's a question that has lingered unanswered for 3 decades. Could OJ Simpson have been set up? Could the real masterminds behind the murders still be out there, walking free while an innocent man paid the price? So let's dive into the theory that OJ Simpson was set up. Imagine having someone you trust in your home, someone who has the key to your house. That's the scenario we find ourselves in with OJ Simpson and his butler, Caitlin. Simpson, a renowned football star and a figure of public intrigue, was known for his charisma and charm. Yet, beneath the limelight, he harbored a trust for Caitlin, a trust so profound that he handed over the key to his house. Yes, a key that unlocked the doors to his personal life, his secrets, and perhaps his fate. But who was this Caitlin? A butler by profession, he was more than just a housekeeper to Simpson. He was a confidant, a friend. Someone Simpson felt comfortable enough to give access to his home, his sanctuary. This trust was shared and even endorsed by Simpson's ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, who recommended Caitlin move in with him. For half a year, Caitlin lived with Simpson, free of charge. 6 months of observing, understanding, and getting to know the man, the myth, the legend that is OJ Simpson. But it's here that we begin to see the shadows cast by this seemingly innocent relationship. And then there was Nicole, the slain ex-wife. Despite their divorce, Nicole's thoughts were consumed by OJ Simpson. His name and presence were constant in her life, a reminder of their shared past. Her connection to Caitlin, through her recommendation, adds another layer to this intricate web of relationships. As we delve deeper, we encounter a group of individuals, friends of Caitlin, who were movie producers. They specialized in crafting murder mysteries, tales of unsuspecting victims, and cunning killers. And with OJ Simpson's life playing out like a Hollywood script, the question arises, could this all be a plot? A plot orchestrated by those closest to him, those that held his trust, and his house key. But what if this trust was misplaced? What if the key to Simpson's house was not just a symbol of trust, but a tool in a sinister plot? As we peel back the layers of this mystery, we're left to wonder, who really held the key to this tragic tale? What happens when life starts imitating art, especially when that art involves murder mysteries? This question takes us deep into the life of the butler Caitlin, who held an unusual fascination with murder mystery movies, a genre that thrives on the thrill of the unknown, the suspense of the hunt, and the shock of the final reveal. Caitlin's interest wasn't just a casual movie night preference. He was intimately connected to the production of these films, a key player behind the scenes. Now you might ask, what's wrong with a penchant for murder mysteries? After all, many of us enjoy the occasional whodunit. However, Caitlin's interest was more than just a hobby. It was an obsession, one that he shared with a group of close-knit friends. Together, they'd been producing murder mystery movies for over 10 years prior to the infamous OJ Simpson case. Their filmography included titles like New Year's Evil Night, Shadow 1989, and the chillingly named Clowns from Outer Space. The plot thickens when we consider that Caitlin and his friends weren't just content with creating fictional murder mysteries. They were intrigued by the possibility of bringing their eerie narratives to life. What if they could plan and execute a real-life murder mystery with real people as their unsuspecting actors? What if they could manipulate the circumstances to make a famous figure like OJ Simpson a part of their chilling plot? Caitlin's close proximity to OJ, his access to the house, and his relationship with Nicole Brown Simpson gave him the perfect stage to enact this macabre plot. His obsession with murder mysteries, combined with his access to the Simpson household, creates an unsettling theory. Could it be that OJ Simpson and Nicole Brown Simpson were unwittingly drawn into a real-life murder mystery, their lives manipulated like characters in one of Caitlin's films? Could they have been the unwilling actors in a plot that was meticulously planned and executed by Caitlin and his circle of friends? Could OJ Simpson and Nicole have been unwilling actors in a real-life murder mystery? Now introduce an actual serial killer into this twisted plot. Glenn Rogers, a man with a chilling record, enters the scene. Known for his charisma and dangerous charm, Rogers had a knack for blending into social circles, making him the perfect addition to this grim tableau. Rogers was introduced into this eclectic group, the circle that surrounded OJ Simpson and Nicole Brown Simpson. He was brought in under the pretense of partying, becoming a new character in the murder mystery that was unfolding in the real world. The butler and his friends, already well versed in creating murder mysteries on the silver screen, had now set the stage for a real-life horror. But what was Rogers' connection to Nicole? Some say he was more than just a social acquaintance. Rogers himself confessed to a romantic involvement with Nicole, a claim that, while unverified, added another layer of complexity to this already convoluted plot. And then there's the theory that Rogers might have been the actual murderer. Yes, you heard it right. The theory suggests that the real killer was hidden among the partygoers and socialites lurking in the shadows. The butler and his friends had managed to orchestrate a real-life murder mystery using their knowledge of the genre to frame OJ Simpson, while the real killer blended back into the crowd, unnoticed and unaccused. Rogers, a convicted serial killer, was already known for his crimes against women. Could he have been the one who took Nicole's life, all while OJ was being set up to take the fall? It's a chilling thought, one that casts a dark shadow over the events surrounding the murder. The question remains, was this all an elaborate plot? A murder mystery brought to life by a group of twisted minds? And was OJ Simpson merely a pawn in their game, a convenient scapegoat for their heinous crime? Did the real killer walk free while OJ Simpson took the fall? It's a question that continues to haunt this case decades later. As pieces fall into place, a sinister plot unfolds. A theory as audacious as it sounds suggests that OJ Simpson, the famed football star, was actually a pawn in a grand scheme, meticulously orchestrated by those he trusted. The evidence? Let's start with the butler. Caitlin, a man given a key to OJ's house, a man who lived rent-free under OJ's roof for 6 months, a man recommended by Nicole Brown Simpson herself. The plot thickens when we discover that Caitlin and his friends were not just house guests, but filmmakers, specializing in murder mysteries where Hollywood women met gruesome ends. Their cinematic endeavors began 10 years prior to the OJ Simpson case. Coincidence? Perhaps, but let's delve deeper. Enter Grant Kramer, Caitlin's friend and a known producer of murder mystery movies. He begins dating Nicole, and soon Caitlin moves in with her. They are now in a prime position, observing, planning, and possibly replicating their on-screen murders in real life. Then there's Glenn Rogers, a man with a chilling reputation as a serial killer, introduced into Nicole's social circle. Another piece of this intricate puzzle. Yet the most damning piece of evidence comes in the form of a key. A key to OJ's guest house, auctioned off by none other than the butler and his group of maniac friends. This key, a symbol of trust, could have been the opening to a well-orchestrated plot, allowing the real culprits access to the crime scene, setting the stage for a real-life murder mystery with OJ Simpson as the prime suspect. So, was OJ Simpson a victim of a setup, or simply guilty? The answer might not be as clear-cut as you think.